Here's how to set up Lorepit with Unreal Editor. The first thing we need to do is install the Lorepit CLI. The instructions for this are on the website. This will download the Lorepit command line interface, and running setup will install Lore for you automatically if you don't already have it. The next thing we need to do is just do a quick login. This will bounce you over to your browser where you can type in your login details or use Google to log in. Once you're logged in, you can use the doctor command on the command line to check the configuration. And now we can create our first Lore repository. So we make a directory for it, and then we use the repo create function to create our new repository. We're going to use the Cropout demo project from Epic Games as an example here. So now we've done the clone, we can copy some data into this repository and add it. I've previously downloaded the Cropout demo project, and now we can just copy this into our repository directory. We can quickly see that this is about 700 megabytes of content. We don't want Lore to track any of the derived content, so we set up a loreignore file so Lore will ignore those automatically. And now that all that's left to do is to stage and commit our files. Staging the files actually sends them up to the Lorepit backend, and once that's done we need to push that, but because we've already committed the files, the push is an incredibly quick function. Let's just use the status command to make sure that everything landed correctly. Great, that's all there. So let's jump over to the website now and see what we've uploaded. We can see here on the Lorepit website that the project has been uploaded. We can navigate through the hierarchy, have a look at the content that's been uploaded, and Lorepit natively understands UAssets. So we can click through into our UAssets, see the thumbnails, see all the metadata associated with them. This works for meshes, for textures, audio, all of the standard file formats. Great. So we've created our project, and we now need to look at how we can use Lorepit with the Unreal Editor itself. The first thing we need to do is jump over to Fab and download the Lore plugin. We can either download it from here or we can build it from source. Downloading it is the easiest way to do that. And once we have that downloaded, we can jump into the Unreal Editor and first of all make sure that the Lore plugin is enabled. So jump to plugins, search for Lore, and just check that that little checkbox is turned on. This plugin now allows us to use Lore as a revision control backend. So jump to the revision control panel, select Lore. It can tell that this project is already checked into Lore and that the connection is successful. And now we can start modifying our project, making changes and committing those changes into Lore. So we're just going to grab the water plane here, make a quick change, save it. And if we go down to revision control, we can have a look at the changes we've made, add a quick note that we've moved the water plane, and hit submit, and we've made our first Lore submission. So this has just been a really quick guide about how to use Lorepit and Unreal. So head on over to loreignore.com and start using it. It's free to use during the alpha period, and we'd love to hear your feedback.